Good morning. Welcome to the Roxbury International Film Festival's daily script reads. We have an exciting play for you tonight, and we have a writer who has done scripts for us before last year. So without further ado, we start our scripts.
Yes, I'm Lou Johnson, and I'm the writer of In Memoriam.
I'm Anjie Parker, and I'll be playing Sarah.
Hi, my name is Jamal Perkins, and I'll be reading for Ben.
Hi, my name is Ashley Aldarondo, and I will be reading for Jesse.
Hello, my name is Darline Harris, and I'll be the narrator number 2.
Hi, I'm Carmen Fields. I'm narrator number 1. In Memoriam by Lewis Johnson. Exterior, Dream, Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception Cathedral, Boston. It's a gorgeously sunny, blisteringly cold New England day as Benjamin Ben Franklin Jones, dressed in mourning black and carrying a bouquet of wildflowers, walks up the snow-covered cobblestones that lead to Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception Cathedral, a huge albatross of a building located in Boston's North End. Downhill from the cathedral, several out-of-control cars spin their tires in the foot-deep slush as they attempt to traverse the steep, snow-packed Cobb's Hill. At the end of the stone walkway that leads to the church, Ben stops. He looks up at the cathedral. He climbs the cathedral's massive steps slowly and deliberately. At the doorway of the centuries-old structure, Ben stops. He turns around. He looks skyward, admiring the sun in all its brilliance. He looks downhill at the mourners dressed in black as they exit their cars and head up the hill. A tear flows down his cheek as he slowly turns and enters the cathedral. Interior, Our Lady of Immaculate Conception Cathedral, Boston, day. Ben walks slowly up the middle of the aisle of the church, garishly ornate nave. Halfway to the sanctuary, he stops. He stares at the casket, surrounded by flowers, that sits at the altar. He scans the empty room. He closes his eyes. Interior. Bedroom of the Jones family home, Boston, day, flashback. We're in the master bedroom of the home that Ben shares with his wife, Sarah Johnson Jones. In bed with Ben is his sometime skank Jezebel Jesse James. With Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On playing on the Bose wave, the two make wild and passionate love. We hear a knock on the door. Ben leaps out of bed. He turns off the radio that sits on the nightstand next to the bed. He hurriedly grabs his pants from the floor. Jessie, covering herself with a blanket, stares at Ben as he struggles to put on his pants.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh, shit on. We gotta go.
Ben finishes putting on his pants. He grabs his shirt from the floor. He quickly puts it on.
Why are you whispering?
She's home. We have to go.
Ben grabs Jessie's clothes from the floor. He throws them on the bed next to her. Defiant, Jessie pulls the blanket tighter around her body. We hear a louder knock on the door.
Fuck her. I ain't going nowhere.
Like hell you ain't. Now get your fucking shit and let's go.
We hear pounding on the door. Interior, hallway of the Jones family home, Boston, day, flashback. Sarah paces the hallway outside the bedroom door. She stops. She pounds on the door with her fist.
Open this damn door now before I kick it down.
Interior, bedroom of the Jones family home, Boston, day, flashback. Ben finishes buttoning his shirt. He stares at Jessie crazily.
God damn it, Jess. Man, get your shit on, man.
Jessie slowly puts on her clothes. We hear an even louder pounding on the door.
You motherfucker, open this goddamn door.
We hear kicking on the door.
Benjamin Jones, if you don't open this door.
Interior hallway of the Jones family home, Boston, day, flashback. Sarah throws up her hands. She shakes her head. She turns and heads back down the hallway.
So you want to play it like that, huh?
Sarah disappears down the hallway. Interior, bedroom of the Jones family home, Boston, day, flashback. Ben rushes over to one of the room's two windows. He opens it. He turns to Jesse, who's dressing very slowly.
God damn it, Jazz, hurry up. She's going to get the gun.
Jesse quickly finishes dressing. She leaps off the bed. She runs over to Ben, who's standing beside the bedroom's open window. Jesse looks out the window. She looks at Ben.
Are you crazy? I'm not jumping out of that.
Do you want to get shot?
Ben leaps out the window. Jesse follows him out the window. The bedroom door bursts open. Sarah, pistol in hand, enters. She looks around the room. She spots the curtain blowing on the open window. She strolls over to the window. She looks out. She shakes her head pitifully. She slams the window shut. Exterior, the Jones family home, Boston, day, flashback. With Sarah looking on from the bedroom window, Jesse and Ben run to Ben's car. They open the car's doors and quickly leap inside. Interior, Ben's red AMC Pacer, Boston, day, flashback. Jesse and Ben sit in Ben's beat-up AMC Pacer outside the house. Jesse stares at Ben as he nervously fumbles with his car keys. He gets the keys in the ignition. Jesse looks out her window. Exterior, the Jones family home, Boston, day, flashback. Sarah, pistol in hand, runs full speed toward the Pacer. She stops. She drops into a shooter's stance. She aims the Glock 9mm at the car. Interior, Ben's red AMC Pacer, Boston, flashback.
Hurry, she's gonna shoot.
Ben turns the key. The car doesn't start. He turns the key again. The car starts. We hear a gunshot as the Pacer roars out of the driveway and down the street. Interior, Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception Cathedral, Boston, day. Ben approaches the closed casket. He stops at one of the huge flower arrangements that cover the church's altar. He sniffs the flowers. He turns to the casket. He gently places his hand on it.
Exterior, the Jones family home, Boston, day, flashback. It's 2 days after the incident. Ben, in his Pacer, pulls into the home's driveway. He turns off the car. He exits the car. Looking around cautiously, he walks slowly up the walkway. He spots the soot-covered box in the yard near the front of the house. He rushes over to the box. He looks inside. He shakes his head sadly as he looks up at the burnt-up clothes, now nothing more than a pile of ash. Ben notices the curtain in the living room window moving. Seconds later, the front door opens. Sarah, butcher knife in hand, steps out of the door. She looks at Ben. She looks at the burnt box. Ben and Sarah stare at each other. Ben turns and walks back to the Pacer. He opens the car door. He gets in the car. Interior, Ben's bed, red AMC Pacer, Boston, day, flashback. Ben starts the car. He signs deeply as he backs out of the driveway. Interior, Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception Cathedral, Boston, day. Ben walks slowly around the casket. He stops. He turns and walks over to the first row of pews. He sits. He stares at the closed casket. He drops his head in his hands. Interior, the Jones bedroom. Interior, Starbucks split screen morning flashback. On the right side of the screen, Sarah lays in her bed. She's watching the Benny Hill show on television. On the left side of the screen, Ben sits in the back table. and a crowded Starbucks in Boston's Chinatown. He takes out his cell phone. He dials. Sarah, staring at the buzzing cell phone that sits on the nightstand next to the bed. She picks up the cell phone. She stares at the screen. She shakes her head.
Fuck off.
Sarah places the phone back on the nightstand. The cell phone on the nightstand buzzes again. After 6 or 7 rings, Sarah answers the phone.
What?
Sarah, please don't hang up.
What do you want?
Listen, I need your help.
Go fuck yourself.
Sarah, please, man.
Sarah leaps off the bed. She paces the phone with the clamp up to her ear.
Sarah, please, my fat ass. You made your bed hard, asshole. Now sleep in it.
Please, Sarah. I at least need my clothes.
They're in the front yard.
That's not even funny.
It is to me.
Lynn glances at a lady who appears to be watching him, sitting 2 tables down. He nods at the lady. She takes a sip of her mocha latte. She grins mischievously and nods back.
I have a job interview, and
I know that.
how?
Your mother told me.
Ben rises, the woman 2 tables down, with a fiendishly look sexy grin, watches as he paces around the table.
You talk to my mama?
Yes. She called earlier and asked if I had seen you. She said the people at E Inc. called and that they want to talk to you.
They want me to come in for an interview, but I don't have anything to wear.
Why don't you wear that gray pinstripe suit?
Okay, I thought you burned it with the rest of my stuff.
Fool, are you nuts? I paid almost $800 for that suit. If anything, I'd give it to Goodwill.
So can I come by and get it then?
I told your mom that I'd bring the kids by to see her after I pick them up from school. I'll drop it off then.
Okay, so it's seeming like you knew I was gonna call, didn't you?
Yep.
Cool. Thank you. And Sarah, please be careful. The snow's really starting to fall down.
You're worried too much. See you at your mom's, asshole.
Sarah places her phone on the nightstand. Ben shoves his cell phone in his coat pocket. Sarah sits on the side of the bed, her head in her hands. Ben shoves his way through the crowded cafe and out the door. Interior, Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception Cathedral, Boston Day. Ben rises. He walks up to the casket. He stops. He picks up the framed picture of Sarah, which sits on top of the coffin. Ben stares at the picture. He slowly runs his finger over the glass. Exterior, streets of Boston, day, flashback. Snow falls hard as Sarah, driving her red Prius, slowly navigates the streets of downtown Boston. We hear a cell phone buzz. Sarah leans over. She opens her purse, which sits on the car's passenger seat. She takes her phone from the purse. She turns to look at the screen. We see Ben Jones on the cell phone screen. She shakes her head. She drops the phone back in her purse. She looks up just as a speeding semi skids through the stop sign. The 18-wheeler slams into the driver's side of the Prius with such force that it sends Sarah's headless body sailing through the windshield and into the middle of Boylston Street. Interior, Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception Cathedral, Boston Day. Ben, clutching the picture of Sarah, turns towards the casket. He reaches out to place the picture back on the casket and drops it, shattering it.
Oh my God, man.
He bends down and quickly starts picking up the shards of broken glass. The ghost of Sarah, wearing a plunging red velvet dress and black stilettos, appears atop of the casket. With her legs crossed, sexily, Sarah's ghost watches as Ben picks up the pieces of glass.
Just leave it.
Ben stands, he looks around, he listens, he bends down and continues picking up the glass.
I said leave it. I hate that picture. Makes me look fat.
Ben stands, he looks around. He spots the ghost of Sarah sitting on top of the casket. Startled, he nearly leaps out of his skin. He stares at Sarah, his mouth agape,
Don't look at me like you're crazy.
shaking his head unbelievably. Ben eyeballs the ghost of Sarah. He inches closer to her.
Sarah, is that you?
Of course it's me, ass face. Who else would it be?
Well, how?
I'll make this quick. I don't have much time.
Time for what?
Damn it, will you just shut up and listen? When you die, they give you a number.
A number?
Yes, a number. When they call your number, you will have a talk with God, and he tells you what you're doing. Till then, you hang in limbo. If you want, you can come back down and tie up loose ends until they call you.
That's pretty cool.
Anyway, I came back. I came back to tell you that you have to stop moping around, feeling sorry for yourself. This is not what...
But Sarah,
Guys, would you just please shut up and let me finish? Ben, this was not your fault. You didn't ask me to drive that day. I offered.
oh, why? Like after what I did?
I did it because I knew how bad you wanted that job. And because I love you, stupid. I always have.
I love you too. And I'm so sorry.
I know you are. And I know you love me. You made a mistake and I forgive you.
Thank you.
And now that I'm gone, all I ask is that you take good care of the kids. But I don't have to ask you that because I know you will. And I want you to promise me that you'll try to find someone who will be good to them. Not some skank like that damn Jesse James.
I will. I promise.
The organist, totally oblivious to Ben and Sarah at the coffin, enters from the rear of the sanctuary. He walks over to the organ. He sits on his stool. He plays a couple of bars of Ave Maria.
Gotta go. Calling my number. Oh, and one last thing. I'm sorry I burned your clothes.
The ghost of Sarah vanishes. Ben softly weeps.
I miss you, Sarah.
I miss you too.
Ben looks out into the sanctuary. It is now filled with mourners. Bill takes a few steps. The room begins to spin. He takes a few more steps. He falls flat on his face, unconscious. People rush from the sanctuary to give him an aid. Interior, bedroom of the Joneses family home, Boston Day. It's winter 2024, and we find Ben asleep on the bed in the master bedroom of the Joneses family home. Ben's current wife, Jezebel Jesse James Jones, dressed in mourning black, enters. Spotting Ben asleep in the bed, she storms over and shakes him briskly.
Damn it, Ben, wake up.
Ben awakens. He sits up in the bed. He wipes the sleep from his eyes with the back of his hands.
Would you please get up and get your clothes on? That the kids are on their way.
On their way for what?
We're going to the cemetery.
For what?
To put the flowers on Sarah's grave. It's the 20th anniversary, and the kids want to do something special before we get there. I think they're taking us to brunch. So get your ass up and get moving.
But it's 2 feet of snow on the ground.
We told them we go, and we're going. Now get your ass up.
Ben sits up on the side of the bed, his head in his hands.
Man, I just had the craziest dream.
About Sarah?
Yeah.
It's the same dream you have every year about this time. Now get your damn clothes on before they get here.
Jazzy exit. Hurriedly, Ben rises. He walks over to the master bedroom window. He looks out. He shakes his head as he turns his head for the bathroom. He enters the bathroom. The door closes, and we hear the shower running. Fade out.
Yay.
Cliffhanger there.
Wow. Want to welcome everybody back. Bravo. Yes.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Johnson, tell us what you were thinking. What's the origin story? How'd you come up with this? Tell us about In Memoriam.
I really don't know. I kind of never do. It just I used to love to go to the North End, on the hill of the North End by the cemetery and hang during the winter. And I was thinking about it that day, and it just kind of put itself together in my head. So, hey, I said, well, I guess I'll write this, and that's what happened. So,
Wow. And how was it hearing it with the actors?
really good. It kind of it hit me kind of hard in a couple of spots, where she said she still loved him. That really went over. Yeah, that hit me that hit me in the stomach. Because I could feel it when they said it. I could feel it. They hit the bell on the head. Yeah. Yeah.
Were there any things that struck you different?
Excuse me?
Were there any things that struck you differently, like you heard it and it's like, I hadn't thought of it that way, or, oh, maybe I'll change that line, or this worked perfectly, any of that kind of thing?
No, because it sounded good to me in my head. So if I don't think there's anything I'd want to change. Probably add some, but not take any away. But yeah, I worked with Jamal last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We kind of have a Black Roxbury International Film Festival ensemble acting group.
Yeah.
That's what we've been working towards.
Yeah, you hit it on point.
Thank you. But I kind of had it's not even my chance to talk. I'm a shush.
No, it is.
Yeah.
People can talk.
Yeah, okay, cool. I thought it was good on the floor. It's Lewis. But yeah, no, I kind of, you know what? It's funny. As soon as I saw the profanity being used, I knew exactly how this character, I knew exactly how this kind of world was. And it's just raw and authentic, kind of like the Black culture. It's like, man, you don't get your ass up, she gonna shoot you. Oh, you want to die now, don't you? Like, yeah, it's just really unapologetic. But at the same time, it is emotional, and it is raw. And the definition of the word raw is essentially real, So whether it's passionate. So I knew that I had to exude that passion. I'm sorry, and yeah, not for nothing, but Black love is different. So as soon as she said, "Hey, I love you,"
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a breath, and it, like you said, it does hit you. So it's like, you know what? I love you too. It's like a pregnant pause, for sure. So thank you for that. It's very well written.
It's I try to write. I try to write something different all the time. Every time I do something, I try to make it different from the last. So it takes me a little time between projects. But it's all raw. It's all raw. I don't clean it up. It's all raw, but it's always different. So if I can keep it different and raw, and I like for my characters to act like normal people. I don't write about eccentrics. Well, I write about eccentrics, but not wealthy eccentrics. I write about common folk, like the trash man down the road, the guy who drives the school bus, because I've been surrounded by PhDs and they're not interesting enough to write about to me. They're just not. It's just fun. I want my characters to curse and laugh and drink beer, and hang out in the alley with Jake the wino, because these are the people I know. So I write about those people.
Darlene, you had your hand up?
I had a question. It was why did you choose to use Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception Cathedral Church and not like a Baptist church? I'm just curious. I know you said the South End, and I know that's Italian, and they're very heavily Catholic in their faith. But what made you pick that particular church?
Number one, there's no such church, but there's no such church. But I like the way it sounds.
Oh, okay.
I love the way it sounds. The church does not exist, but
Okay.
I do love the way it sounds. So I said, well, hey, that sounds like a good name for a church. That's what it is.
So when you would shoot this, it would just be maybe a Catholic cathedral, and then you'll have that name on it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it'll be any Catholic.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. I was just wondering why a Catholic church, and because that threw me. It didn't throw me, but I said, oh, is this going to be what story is this? I mean, life and emotions are universal, but I thought it was going to be an Italian couple or an Irish couple.
Yeah.
And then you had these, So I just was curious. Thank you for answering the question.
Oh yeah. It was in my work. I always like to mix it up with the races. I always play the race trick, and you'll notice most of the guys always. I always like to give the black men some famous white man's name, like Ben Franklin Jones, George Washington Jackson, and it's just see. I learned how to write plays when I worked with Ed Bullins. Mm-hmm. Ed Bullins taught me how to write plays. He taught me what to do, and he taught me to take risks and chances. So that's what I like to do with my work, and keep it real and keep it funny. Like who would even name their church the Immaculate Conception? I mean, who would even do that? But who would go there if they did?
Oh, well, that's the name of a church, believe me.
Is it really?
Somewhere.
Probably, yeah.
Yes, yes, definitely. It is the name of a church. Okay.
And I have Catholic relatives, so.
Yeah.
Carmen, you had your hand up?
Yes. And aside first, he talked about the name, and it put me in the mind of the name of my grandfather, which was Thomas Jefferson Fields. So I related to your Ben Franklin immediately. But my question was, why did you have him ending up with Jezebel when his wife specifically, the ghost asked him or what not to have her with the children? So now why did you disobey her?
That's exactly why I did it. Because that wasn't what she wanted him to do. If my characters never do the obvious thing.
Okay.
It just, and knowing how bad she even did, she didn't want him with her.
Mm-hmm.
that's icing on the cake.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Yeah,
And I feel like also that kind of alludes to the whole haunting situation. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, one thing I thought you did, I mean, you did a lot of things. I loved this piece, but I love the fact that so many genres at once. You know, it's like you got the mystery, you got the ghost, but the humor, man, I was laughing out loud. Like I had to check to make sure I was muted because I was cracking up. You had so many things that were just so funny. And that is very difficult because I notice a lot of times I don't watch sitcoms simply because it's depressing because I'm not laughing. I know I'm supposed to be laughing and I'm sitting there, wow, I'm not laughing at all. And yet there'll be something like the one they shot here, Widow's Bay. Widow's Bay, I'm laughing out loud. It's hilarious, even though it would be under horror, but they have the actors and they have the writing and it is hilarious. And this one I was laughing out loud, and like I said, that is to me is everything, because most times when things are supposed to be funny, I'm not laughing. And this one, you did an excellent job on that. And also actors, you did an excellent job on that. And you narrators, you made it all come alive, because that's the thing. A lot of times when I'm casting things, it's the narrators, people kind of do a straight narration. It's like, no, you are making the world, you are how we see something's crashing down, something's eerie, something so, and you both nailed it. I loved it. And I loved the actors. Fantastic.
you guys did a wonderful job. A wonderful job. I could almost feel the sun on the hill when I was standing up there. You know,
Thank you.
yeah, I could feel it. You know, I remember the day standing up on that hill, cold as hell, but the sun was out, so it was good. You know,
Optimism, right?
yeah.
So where do you want to go with this next? Are you planning to film it? Do you have something in the works, or are you looking to find a way to get
I would
it?
like to collaborate with someone because I write it, but I guess I could probably film it myself, but like I said, the cook shouldn't run the kitchen. You know, I don't believe in the cook running the kitchen. So, if I found somebody to collaborate with, when I give them the script, it's theirs.
Well, there's a lot of filmmakers in Roxbury International Film Festival, and so this would be the place to meet people. We have Anawan Studios, who's in Brockton, and they're just really cooking lately. Anjie Parker is working on something with them.
Oh yeah.
And if anyone in the audience has a question, please raise your hand. And I think hopefully Lisa will do that part, because I can never somehow see the audience. But I will do an allow to talk on all of the audience members. So does anyone in the audience have a comment or would like to say anything? Let's see. I don't see a hand up. So I'm going to be mean and I'm going to say, Allison, what was that you were going to say? You are able to talk, Allison.
Hi, Andrea. Hi, everyone. That was really, really beautiful. And I just echo all the comments everyone said. I like the setting. I like that it's in Boston, and I love the characters.
Yay.
But I do have a question. You know, if you were going to film it, what is like the timeline for that? What is it that you need, and what would the timeline be?
Well, I'm in Nashville now, so I would have to leave it up to someone there. Whenever I could get, I don't have a timeline. I'm just, I write the script, I load them up, and I see what happens with them. If someone wanted to work with me to do it, shit, I'm more than open.
Okay. Anybody?
That's great.
producers here, and Allison's a good person because she has connections with various producers and things like that, so she could maybe help you know how to submit it to someone.
I do.
Okay.
I do think it will make a beautiful short film. That I do.
Yeah.
It's different. It's in its own element. You know, I don't think you'll see a lot out there like that. So that's the thing about marketing my work. My work is different, so there's not a lot of stuff to compare it to. So it makes it really a hard sell. So I would have to find some producer who's weird and strange as me, who's willing to take the risk.
Juicy center. The richness is just incredible. The aroma alone.
Somebody sound on? Oh, that's weird. Angie, you have done this, you know, written and all that. How did that work for you? What was the process?
What do you mean exactly?
Well, like with the thing you're doing for Anwan Studios.
Mm-hmm.
So how did that? You're writing something for them, right?
Yes, I'm
so
one of them.
What was the process for that? Because this is new for Lewis, and I figured you've walked this road. How did you walk it?
Actually, it was going to one of the events that the Secret Society of Black Creatives had. I had met Rui, who is the co-owner or owner of Anawan Studios, before, and then I had just walked right up to him. Well, actually, I walked up to Naheem and I was like, Naheem, I really want to talk to this man. And then Naheem doing what he does best, which is connecting people.
Naheem Garcia, for anyone who is wondering who Naheem is, he's also the voice of The Embrace if you go see the statue.
He's so lovely. And then me and Rui just had hour-long conversations. He told me to send him a script. And then from there, it was just kind of like reaching out to him, following up, and then I got invited into the writer's room. Mm-hmm. And then because I'm also working simultaneously on other projects, it has also just led me to other opportunities within the project, whereas it hasn't been decided whether or not I'll be one of the directors, but it at least has been a conversation that has started.
Congratulations.
Excellent.
We read Angie's piece yesterday, Tortured Soul. So yesterday she was the silent writer watching the actors do her say her words.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of problem getting my plays out. That's pretty easy, but this is a different beast for me. So I'm, I'll see how this works. But I have a few screenplays that I think I'm gonna start actively pushing after I finish this play that I'm writing. So.
Yeah, we read 2 of them last time.
Yes.
Anyone else in the audience have anything to say? 'Cause I guess I don't see hands raised, so I don't know how to do that. So I'm just going to be mean again and call somebody that I know. Hey, so Nancy, what do you think? I have talking permitted. Nancy Griffin, any comments?
Thank you for. Oh, it was interesting. Let's see. I'm trying to think about if I don't feel like I had a particular question or anything, but I liked that. I like the ghost thing, and the explanation about, like how she explained why she's able to show up, and I thought that was cool. And I was, I'd love to have more of that, of the exchange about, between them when she's a ghost. That was cool.
Okay, great. Thank you, Nancy. And Parmi. Parmi Poke. Calling on you. Of course, the person might have walked out of the room, so it might be just that they're there and they can't hear me say that. So, just in case. Okay. Maybe we don't have anything else from the audience, but if you want to say anything, you just pipe up. It says, okay, do that, people won't come. Oh, Lisa said, don't do that, people won't come. But Lisa, know that I was calling on people that I know, and I know that they'll come. I didn't call on, I see a lot of names that I don't know. I'm not going to call on a stranger and embarrass them and make them feel humiliated. So everyone I called on, Nancy, Allison, Parmi, these are people that I know. Oh, Jane, let's see, M. Jane Balanoff. You for some reason you're muted. Let
It's
me.
muted.
It says talking
Am
permitted.
I unmuted?
Yes, now you're
Oh,
unmuted.
okay. I just really enjoyed the humor and the surprise at the end. And I also I'd like to hear it again because I was sort of wrapped up in the moment. But what was sort of funny to me was um, how how Jezebel, at the end, kind of sounded like Sarah in terms of like a little bit bossing Ben around, and I liked that. I found that was an enjoyable moment for me. But I really enjoyed the humor, which given that it's called in memorandum, dumb, was another enjoyable surprise. That's all.
Great. And you will be able to see it again because it will go on the ROXFILM YouTube page, but like it'll after the festival's over, so maybe like a week or two afterwards. Nancy.
I just wanted to comment about the Catholic thing. There was a film, I don't know who saw it, in this film festival about Black Catholics. So I think it's interesting that came up in this script. And I actually did know of a church and school called like Church of the Immaculate Conception, and then the school that was and I always thought, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's a good one. So I want to thank everyone for coming to this. You guys did a fantastic job. Thank the audience
Thank
for
you, guys.
coming to this, and looking forward to seeing more. And tomorrow we will have another one. So the festival ends tomorrow. However, the online part also starts tomorrow, and the daily reads, there will be daily reads on Monday and Tuesday. So that part is not ending. So Monday and Tuesday will be a double feature of daily reads, two short daily reads that are in another country. I mean, they're here, but you know, the actual setting. So thank you, everyone. Thank you to our writer. Thank you to all of our actors, and thank you to our fantastic audience.